Hello, Babysitters Club tag. Sure, just a second. Hey, can any of you guys answer some Babysitters Club tag questions? Okay, I'll do it. I'd like to say that this Babysitters Club tag was all my idea, but I actually stole a lot of the questions from this tag that I found floating around on Tumblr. And fun fact, I actually run a Tumblr page dedicated to the Babysitters Club. So it's kind of like a modern day equivalent of a fan club. Anyway, so this is a Babysitters Club tag. What I did is I came up with a list of questions. I'm going to ask the questions, I'm going to answer the questions, and then I'm going to tag you guys and you can answer the questions as well. And to try to avoid getting the look from Christy, I'm just going to start with the questions. Member you relate to the most. It's kind of dependent on what book I'm reading. I'm almost always a Claudia, but sometimes I can be a Stacy because she's got that whole she's sick and she lives with her mom kind of thing. But then there's Claudia, who's really artsy and she likes junk food, so. Most memorable book. Well, it just so happens that the most memorable is also my first book and also the one that I've read the most, and that is Super Special number 14, BSC in the USA. And you're probably wondering why in the world this was my first book, and that's a pretty good question. In the 90s, I read a few of the Little Sister series, and then as a teenager, I watched the video series, so it only made sense that in my 20s, I would start reading the books. So it just so happened I was getting ready to go on a road trip, and I made the decision that I wanted to start reading the Babysitters Club books, and my sister told me she happened to have one from when we were kids. And of all the books they've ever made, she happens to hand me BSC in the USA, which is about the club takes a road trip across the USA. Is that not fate or what? I guess I just felt it was my destiny to read the books, and so far I've been right. Favorite and least favorite babysitting charge. Hands down, my favorite babysitting charge would have to be the walking disaster himself, Jackie Radowski. I just feel like every time you babysit him, it'd be like an adventure. Like, as opposed to a really boring babysitting job when you just sit there and read books to a kid. I think I'd rather catch a kid climbing the roof. Keeps things interesting. Least favorite charge would be Jenny Prezio, or Jenny Priscio. I like wearing the perfect outfit and changing my clothes, but not as much as that girl. I just think I wouldn't really get along with like her stuck-up personality. Favorite BSC villain? That would be Cokie Mason. Is there really any other villain to choose from? I'm sure if there was, Cokie would have scared them away. Marry, date, dump, Pete, Allen, Logan. I don't know about you guys, but when I picture the characters of the Babysitters Club, I always picture them as from the TV series. So because of that, I'm gonna have to say marry Pete, date Logan, dump Alan Gray. Nobody should get stuck with an Alan Gray. Favorite Claudia book cover outfit. I was gonna say to pick your favorite Claudia outfit, but there's like a ton to choose from, so I was like, narrow it down with book covers. For me, it's a three-way tie between The Mystery at Claudia's House, Claudia and the Mystery at the Museum, and the book that I'm currently reading, Farewell Dawn. The biggest, that wouldn't really happen in real life moment. I think I have to go with the obvious and say that nobody ever gets older. I, for one, would not want to be 13 for the rest of my life. One thing you learn from the Babysitters Club, that 13-year-olds have way more of a social life than I have now at the age of 24. And also like friendship and girl power and all that stuff. And finally, a topic you wished was covered in the books. Okay, so correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure they never covered periods. I don't know how they managed to cover everything else, like bras and religion and stuff like that, but they never talked about periods. I know like when I was like 10, 11, and 12, like the only thing I was thinking about was, oh my gosh, I could get my period any day now. So yeah, periods. What's up with that, Anna Martin? So this has been the Babysitters Club tag. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you are also a fan of the Babysitters Club, then please answer these questions. I'm gonna tag you. I don't know you specifically by name, so I'm just gonna call you Mallory. Mallory, do this video! Also, be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you think it's dibbly fresh. Subscribe if you're not already, and hopefully I will see you guys in my future videos.